It was a hard winter. I was struggling to stay warm and I couldn't find a job anywhere. I spent a lot of time in front of my computer writing cover letters and different resumes. I had to say that I majored in different subjects for different jobs. When I applied to work in the post office, the entrance exam was in an aviation school.
Otherwise, I'd say, yeah, I'd swap you around, but that's Christian Rodriguez right there.
Oh, it's Quentin. How you doing, man?
Going with Eugene.
On the way back from the test, I was sweating a lot and having racing thoughts because my doctor prescribed me extended release bupropion instead of the normal release that I was used to. I stopped at the library to catch my breath, but it was closed for being too hot. Then when I got home, my lamp was on fire. I was doing a lot of thinking about right livelihood and meaningful employment and how to professionalize my activism. I decided to apply to social justice grad school and had to do a lot of research to write the entrance exams. I was spending a lot of time in my room and started to lose it.
Look what the cat dragged in yesterday.
One day my ceiling started leaking. I was blaming a lot on this one cat.
Bro, you can turn off the dripping now. I think we got enough stuff. Okay?
I was studying for the GRE exam and was also applying for a lot of documentary film grants. The more time I spent in front of my computer, the more distracted I got, and the job, grad school, GRE, and grant applications were all starting to blur together. I went to try to find a therapist, but they just made me fill out more forms. Their questions were really hard to answer. I felt uneasy about all the times I had to self-identify my gender on the online form. It felt yucky to say I was a boy, but I wasn't sure I was allowed to be another one. I started having insomnia because of intestinal cramps. I wanted to see a doctor, but I didn't have Obamacare, so I called the 1-800 number. I also experimented with changing my diet and did a lot of independent research too. I tried to get on the FODMAP diet and go grocery shopping more. When I got to the grocery store, people were buying balloons. I cooked a lot of bacon because I was always hungry. My friends were seeming so carefree about what they were eating.
That's still probably not enough. You gotta be careful to just take the top layer so you have more room for more Nesquik.
I went to the Sixers game with an old friend. The halftime show was really fun, but the person in front of us seemed really bored. I started making this video. I messaged people on OkCupid, but no one seemed to get my jokes. A really nice thing was that my friend took me to her friend's house, and some people there seemed as depressed as I felt, which was really comforting. There was a soft dog and video games, and we found a sticker of the sweetest lion, and I got a tat of it.
Okay.
There's nothing quite like getting inked.
I went to visit my grandma, and we looked at the family tree.
Hello, Meredith? Hi, I just have to tell you something funny. Davey's here, and I showed him the new family tree. You know who's on that family tree? Peter Friedman's adopted children.
I still couldn't find a job, so I went to see my brother who was visiting New England. He lives on the West Coast, so I don't get to see him that much. The radio was playing my favorite songs, but it took me a little while to get into them.
Live from the MJ Sullivan Studios, Eastern Connecticut's most powerful station.
I pulled over to watch the sun go down behind a set of cooling towers. When I got back on the road, there was a traffic jam. I practiced being really excited. That really good Taylor Swift song came on. But it was before I knew all the words. New England was really picturesque. Me and my brother had a really fun time at karaoke night. People sang the usually Boston-y songs. I felt a lot of love for my brother watching him sing George Michael.
Something special, something sacred in your eyes for just one moment.
When I got home, the sun had come out. I finished a grant application and brought it to the post office. And a therapist I had really wanted to see finally called me back.
Hi, Daisy. This is Leanne returning your call from the Anxiety and OCD Treatment Center of Philadelphia. We received your message, interested in learning about insurance. We do not currently accept insurance at this time.